Welcome to your Pilates mat workout. Today is day 3 of our 10-day series of little bite-sized workouts that we can do anytime, anywhere. It should be good for traveling or days when you don't have access to any of your equipment. Today we are doing quadruped or all fours position. So all you need today is your mat. Meet me on all fours. Let's get started. And of course, it goes without saying, if you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe so you don't miss any of our 10-day program. Promise there's going to be a lot of good stuff. All right, first up, we're bringing our hands under our shoulders, our knees, right under our hips, and the feet will be flat down on the mat. Let's begin by getting into our proper position. Pushing up through the hands so that we're pressing the floor away. Our shoulders are separating. We're making sure our head isn't hanging down. It's in a nice long extension, and I'm not curling the pelvis under. I'm not arching the back. We're just in this nice neutral spine. Let's take a moment to do a quick cat-cow. I'm gonna curl the pelvis under, arch the spine up to the ceiling, and I'm sorry if the audio sounds crazy. My face is right up on the mic, and arch it back. So we're taking the extreme of that arch and curl, pressing the belly button up to the ceiling, and reaching the tailbone or sits bones back to the back wall while shining the sternum forward. One more, and forward. Good. Bringing it back to neutral, ribs aligned right with your pelvis. We're going to begin reaching the left leg forward, right arm forward, placing it back down. Alternating sides. Left arm forward, right leg back, and bringing it back. So a couple things to look out for. We don't want to shift the weight way over to the side. As you reach the arm and leg back, we want to really focus on keeping both hip bones facing directly down to the mat. So I'm not rotating through the pelvis either. So we're taking nice slow control, trying to move the hand and foot at the same time. Good, let's go for 2 more each side. Hopefully feeling lots of lower abdominals as you support yourself through this movement. Good, last one. Now we're gonna take that same movement. This time we're going to reach arm up and leg up. Place it back down. Hand and foot go out, reach up, place it back down. So something we want to avoid here, some troubleshooting. We don't want to arch through the back and let the belly go down to the floor. We really want to keep the ribs down. Even if the leg doesn't go very high, we want to keep that core control and core connection. It's actually going to be a lot harder, even though it might feel less dramatic. It's going to give us better core stabilization and better work through the glute and hamstring on the working leg. Good. Last one. Next time we go to the opposite side, we're going to lift, hold, tiny pulses up and down, leg and hand lift. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down, other side. Leg and arm lift, tiny pulses up and down. This is 8, 7, keep that working hip oriented down toward the floor. 4, long extension through the leg. 3, 2, 1, lower down. Give your wrist a quick roll out if you need to. We're going to build on that in just a sec. Switching to the other side, I'm going to gather my abs in and up, reach the left arm forward, right leg up. I'm going to bring the right leg out to the side, left arm out to the side, bring it back to center. Leg and arm go out to the side, reaching in opposite directions, bring it back to center. Good, you've got 4 more. Reaching with that leg, nice long extension. Supporting with your abs. Last 2. And 1. Good. Other side, place that hand back under your shoulder. Reach the left leg back, right arm forward. Everything comes up, nice square hips. Leg goes out, arm goes out. Bring it back to center line. Pushing up through that left palm to support you. Abs are engaged. So again, we don't want this so high that we're losing the abdominal connection. Should be right about in line with your hip. You want to think about reaching your arm and leg out to the opposite diagonal, the opposite corner of the room. Last 2. And 1. Good, bring it back down, take a quick child's pose, hips to your heels, arms reach forward. Take a big breath in, exhale, let it go. 1 more big breath in, exhale. Exhale, let it go. Hands on the mat, rolling up. Let's move on. Next up, hands back under the shoulders. You're going to press up through the palms, find your neutral spine, so not too arched, not curled under. You're going to anchor your weight in the right knee, push up through the palms, kick the left foot back in a right angle with the foot flexed, and bring it right back down. So as we do that, we don't want to open the hip up out to the side. We want to keep that left hip pointed down toward the floor. Just think about like there's a plate on top of your foot. You're trying to kick up to the ceiling. So you're definitely going to feel abs supporting you. Hopefully feel some glutes, some hamstrings as well. Good, let's go for 3. Last 2. Neck is as relaxed as you can get it. And 1. Pause at the top. We're just going to pulse the foot up and down. Let's go for 8, 7, 6. You're trying to kick the foot up to the ceiling very gently. 4, abs stay engaged. 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Shake out the wrists if you need to. Roll them out. We're going to go directly to the right side. Hands under your shoulders. Anchor your weight right on top of that left leg without leaning over to the side. Pressure up through the hands. Flex the right foot. Kick that leg up to the ceiling with the hip squared. Lower it down. When I say kick, it's not a powerful kick. It's more of a controlled press up and lower. Good. We've got another 6. So it may feel like you're not getting that foot very high because your spine is naturally going to want to arch a little bit to let that foot go higher. But I really encourage you, feel like your ribs are pulling down toward your hip bones to keep the core connection here. Last 2. And 1. Check that right hip. Make sure it's down toward the floor. Tiny pulses up and down. This is 8, 7, flex foot, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Place the fingers facing forward or facing your knees. You can rock back and forth. Just give your wrists a little release. And let's continue on. Next, we'll move into fire hydrant. So hands back under your shoulders, knees back under your hips, neutral spine pressing up through the hands. We're going to bring the left leg out to the side, still at a right angle, lower it back down. So again, I'm not shifting my body over and letting my hips go to the side, keeping even pressure into the hands. We'll maybe a little bit more pressure into that left hand to help support us. Definitely feeling obliques on the left side as that left leg goes up. Definitely feeling glutes on the left. This is 3. Last 2. And 1. Pause at the side. Pulses up and down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. We're going to kick the leg up, out to the side, rotate it all the way back down. Kick the foot up, knee to the side, drawing a circle with the knee. 3 more. Again, trying to keep the hips as still as possible, working in as wide a range as we can while still doing that and not creating pain. Let's reverse. Knee to the side, rotate it back, around and down. 4 more. Really work the maximum range you can here while keeping all of that stable. 3 more. Keep the foot flexed. 2. Nice long back of the neck. And 1. Good. Place it back down. Shake out your wrists. Roll out your shoulders, whatever you got to do. We're going to go for the other side. Hands under your shoulders. Press up through the palms. Get your weight stacked evenly on both knees. Now lift the right knee out to the side, bent leg. Lower it back down. Right knee out. Lower it back down. You've got 6. This is 5. 4. Once again, not tilting over to the left as the leg lifts, keeping everything square. And 1, bring that leg to hip height, tiny pulses up and down for 8, 7, 6, 5. Make sure your elbows are straight. 3, 2, 1. Lower the knee down. Now we go for our circles. Knee lifts up, rotates around, up and back. Knee to the side. Draw your big circle. Resist the urge to let the hips roll with the leg. That's not why we're here. We're here to control with our abdominals, make our glutes fire, make everything work. Last one in this direction, and now we reverse it. Keep that pressure through the palms. Try to relax your neck. Make sure you're still breathing. Easier said than done. Last 3. Final 2. And 1. All right, we did it. Let's take a quick child's pose. Hips to heels, arms out in front of you. Big breath out. Exhale, release. Good. Bring it back to your all fours. Bring fingertips forward or facing you one more time. Let's just rock front to back. Give yourself a little wrist release. And you are all done. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed your mat workout. If you missed day 1 and day 2, I'm gonna put a link to the playlist down here so you can go check it out. And of course, if you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe so you can be with us for the remainder of the series. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. See you next time.